All right, so thank you for today. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. May I please have your name, age, and country?
Yeah, so my name's Kojo. I'm from the United States and I'm 25.
Thank you. And you?
I'm Amma. I'm 26 and also from the United States.
Nice. Tell me, what states are you two from?
So I was born in Ohio, but I'm in California now.
We're siblings, so we
Oh, you
both
are?
Yeah.
grew up for a good amount of time
In Ohio.
and then also in California.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Nice. Los Angeles and the Bay Area.
Okay.
That's what I
Bay
represent.
Area.
Nice. Yes.
Cool.
Great. May I ask, what are your jobs? What do you do for work?
So I'm a product manager at
Yes.
Intuit.
Okay.
Yeah.
UX designer.
Okay, right. Both of you guys are doing amazing things, creating things, making things happen.
you.
Pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much. So tell me, have you been doing some sightseeing today?
Yeah, so this was like really the first day that we've been able to go out. So we wanted to look at the shrine, which
Yes.
is really cool.
The Meiji Shrine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you like about it?
It's very peaceful.
Yeah?
And also, I wasn't too sure what to expect actually going there, but they have like a section to kind of give respects. And
Yes.
you're supposed to like clap your hands twice and like bow twice. And I was like,
Yes.
oh. It was kind of exciting to actually be able to.
Did you
try
were
something.
you able to do it correctly?
I think so.
Yeah.
I was nervous. I was gonna mess it up, but I think.
I'm pretty sure you did well.
Yeah.
I believe you did a good job, you know. Yeah.
Nice.
So you just got here today or yesterday?
Got here last night.
Yeah.
Okay, and how long are you here?
We're here until the 25th, so like 10 days.
10 days. It's a
Yeah.
good time.
Yeah.
Tell me, why did you decide to come to Japan?
So actually, one of our friends is actually going to propose to his
Yes.
girlfriend today.
Oh.
So it's a secret. It's gonna happen later today, but that's why we came.
Okay, so you get to
Surprise.
witness.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You guys are great friends.
But
Amazing.
when you watch this back, you will see.
That's still cool though, you know? So that's one reason, and that's a major reason. But tell me, did you have any personal reasons for coming here as well? Were there anything like, were you interested in Japanese culture or always wanted to come here, things like that?
Yes.
How about you? Tell me.
Well, when we were kids, like we watched so much like TV shows and like anime and stuff. So
Yeah.
for me personally, I've always wanted to come to Japan
Yes.
just to kind of see what
Yes.
it's like because
I'm sorry.
basically for me, like growing up, we watched like a lot of cartoons,
Yes.
a lot of like anime, and so coming to Japan for me has always been pretty exciting.
Yes.
I didn't think it was going to happen. So actually being able to make it out here, I was like, oh my God, it's Japan. It's been somewhere that I've always wanted to at least experience. And so this is a chance to.
What were some of your favorite anime when you were growing up?
We watched a whole bunch. So we watched like Naruto off of Cartoon Network.
Yes.
We watched it dubbed though, so I'm not sure if it works. And then
It counts.
Okay,
It
nice.
counts.
Watched Pokemon growing up.
Yes.
Yu-Gi-Oh. And then more recently, I watched One Punch Man. I absolutely love One Punch Man. So like those.
How about for you?
So I think I just like to travel in general, and Asia is a place I haven't gotten the opportunity to go yet.
Oh, so your first time in Asia?
Yeah, so my
Okay.
first time in Asia. I've been a lot of other places, but I've always wanted to go to Japan. All of my friends that have gone have really enjoyed it, so I've only heard good things.
So now so both of you have wanted to come here for some time, and you're a traveler, and it's your first time here. What's your first impression?
So far it's been amazing. Like I don't think I've been here for 24 hours yet.
Yes.
But my impression has been nothing but positive so far. The
Yes.
people seem very welcoming. Yeah, and I mean I don't speak the language, but the people are very forgiving and patient. So it's been great so far. Definitely looking forward to seeing a lot more.
Yeah. How about for you?
What my experience has been.
Yeah. So far, is it exactly how you imagined it? I mean, you said you've always wanted to come here too. So
Yeah.
is it how you imagined it, or is it a little bit different?
Honestly, I don't think I had, even though I wanted to come, I didn't have particular expectations
Yes.
coming here. I was actually a bit nervous because obviously, like I'm black. I was curious to see what the reaction would be. People have been very kind and
Yes.
like respectful and like interested too. Like we saw this little girl, her neck could have broken. She was looking at us the whole time, but
Yeah.
it didn't feel out of like malice or anything like that. Just felt out of curiosity, like
Okay.
oh, I haven't seen someone like you before.
Are
So it's
you?
been nice.
Are you? How did you? Why were you concerned about that?
It can be uncomfortable feeling like an other.
Yes.
And I think too, because of how sometimes people, like news or whatever portrays black people, like people have sometimes weird perceptions of
Right.
what it is.
Right.
And so for me, I wasn't sure if I was going to be welcomed, if people were going to like automatically think badly about me just because they see me and they see my skin color.
I understand.
And so that was where the nerves were coming from. I also didn't want it to be discriminated against or like.
Of course, nobody wants to
Yeah.
be discriminated against, right?
Exactly.
You know, I was. Do you know anything about the recent half-black Japanese celebrities?
No.
No?
I haven't heard about that.
No. Maybe one of them you might know. She's a famous tennis player.
Oh, Naomi Osaka.
That's one.
Oh.
She's huge here. She's a hero.
Okay. She's also huge in the United States as well. Yeah.
You know, did you watch the Olympics? She lit the torch.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
So that's how huge
Yeah.
she
Okay.
is here. Do you know the basketball player Rui Hachimura?
Yes, he plays for the Lakers.
Japanese people
Well,
love.
he doesn't live with the Lakers
He
anymore.
plays for
the Wizards now,
yes.
I believe. Yes.
Japanese people love him, like too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Too
it's
much.
yeah. So and
Nice.
Miss Japan for the past few years, not this last year, but previously has been black or mixed with black or something like that. It's kind of interesting
That's
what's
good.
happening here.
That is interesting.
Yeah, but just check it online. You know,
Yeah.
it's interesting.
Okay.
So
that's cool.
hopefully you have an enjoyable time while you're here and don't feel too much like an outsider, you know? Yeah, you know. Yeah. People might just be thinking you look like Naomi Osaka, you know, or something like that even, you know, in a sense, because she has braids and stuff too, and how do you plan to spend your budget while you're here?
I think for me, mostly experiences is the way I try to go, and then for me, food is also an experience. So definitely want to try like the local stuff. But yeah, mostly experience stuff. I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy much like
Yes.
clothing or stuff. But
Yes.
we'll see.
You seem like a fashionable person. I'm surprised.
Well, thank you. Thank you. That's too kind.
Yeah. Okay. But mostly food.
Yeah, I think mostly it's experiences.
How about you?
We actually need to sit down. Me and my sister, we were talking earlier.
Yes.
We need to sit down and plan out this trip because we thought we had it planned, but we don't want to leave Japan and regret not spending our time exactly how we wanted to. So
Oh.
I'm also more about experiences and
Okay.
doing things.
Okay.
But I think food is always really, really good. And I like spicy food.
Okay.
I feel like I can find good spicy food here.
Okay.
And then we're eventually going to make our way to Osaka and Kyoto.
Do you two have, what's your favorite Japanese food that you have? I know it's your first time here, so what did you enjoy back home?
I would say I really like Japanese curry. Some of my friends introduced it to me pretty recently.
Yes.
But I'm a big fan of Japanese curry, and then also
Yes.
gyoza as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you like your Japanese curry? Like what toppings?
I just eat it very basic, like with katsu. Nothing crazy.
Sounds great. How about you?
I'm not too sure if it's Japanese, but it's the fruit that's covered almost like in liquid sugar, like the little stick. Do you know what I'm talking about?
It's a fruit?
It's usually any types of fruit, so strawberries or grapes or like whatever, and they kind of dip it real quick into like a sugar base, and then you kind of carry it around. Okay, you don't.
I don't think I don't know.
Seen it?
Wait, is it hard?
Yes.
Okay, you can get this at the festival, but I've never heard someone say this is their favorite Japanese food.
Okay.
It's not
I
very
like
easy to
desserts.
get. But
Oh, okay.
yeah. But it's like a hard candy. Usually it's grapes or something like that.
Yeah.
It's at the festival. I don't know the name of it though.
Okay. I don't know
Yes,
the name
but-
of it either.
Yeah. I don't know if you'll be able to find it, but good luck.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
It's really good. I've seen it though.
You have? Okay
Yeah.
then. You're good to go.
Okay.
Yeah. This is really cool. Tell me, can you two speak any Japanese?
No.
Very, very little.
Oh,
like,
okay.
arigato.
Good.
Nani. That's about it. Sayonara. That's really it.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
I should have spent more time learning the language before I got here, but I've been learning. I've been picking up a
Yes.
little bit from my friends and stuff as I've been here.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
great. How about you? Anything?
I don't want to embarrass myself.
No,
so
you won't
okay.
embarrass yourself.
No.
You're good?
That's okay.
All right, no
But,
problem.
Yeah, I think going around
Yes.
it's been kind of like people have been forgiving of that too, because I'm more nervous about like I don't want to say something incorrectly and then
Yes.
insult someone.
Yes.
But even here, like saying like thank you or like excuse me is pretty. I know I'm not pronouncing it properly,
Uh-huh.
but people understand me. They give me a little bit of like kudos and stuff, right?
Do you think that you would get the same kind of kudos if it was the opposite, if you were a tourist in the United States? Do you think do you find that people in the US are similar to the tourists?
What do you think?
I think it really depends on what part of the United States you're in.
Yeah.
Bigger cities, people tend to be nicer, like New York, Los Angeles, multicultural cities. If you go outside of those, or more to
The South.
more suburban areas, then I feel like they are not as forgiving, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I think that's just the way it tends to go
Yeah.
in the United States.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would have to agree. If
Yeah.
you are in a more multicultural area, then people know. They understand why. There's a lot of people there, it's a melting pot. But if you go to places that are a bit more not as diverse,
Yes.
then you might not get the same experience.
Okay. I think a lot of maybe Japanese people might worry about their English when they go to the United States. You know.
I feel like they shouldn't be worried, especially if they're going to bigger cities. I doubt that they'd be
Yeah.
going to like, I don't know, Alabama
Yeah.
or like Iowa.
Yeah.
So like if you're in like New York and everything, I feel like people are normally very kind.
Yes.
And if they're not, then that's the outlier rather than the rule.
Is there anything you would like to bring back to United States with you?
Public transportation in the United States is terrible.
Oh my God,
Okay.
that's a
And
good idea.
particularly in Los Angeles is where I went to school. So
Yes.
if we could invest in some proper public transportation, that would be amazing. That would be amazing.
Yes,
That's the biggest thing.
public transportation. What is it in when you were living in Los Angeles? How did you get around?
You have to drive everywhere, and the traffic is terrible. So it could take like 40 minutes to go 10 miles. I don't know what that is in kilometers,
Yeah.
but a very short amount of distance along a long time. So yeah, good public transportation, please.
Yes. How about you?
What would I bring back? I think the food, like actually the food here is great.
Okay.
And it's filling, but it doesn't feel too heavy.
Okay.
I would say too, like how, like we're in a city right now, but we have this great nature right by as well. And I would imagine there's places like that in the United States. I haven't traveled as much as he has, but you can find like hard pressed, like in New York, to find like great nature all the time. And to have it so close is something I'm a little bit jealous of.
Really?
Yeah, because it's nice to just walk and like lose yourself in nature over here. There's a bustling city over here and you can actually relax.
Okay, so like, but I think a lot of people's image, like in New York, is like Central Park.
As I think some of the spaces here are.
I understand.
Yeah.
So I know it's just your first less than 24 hours, but do you think you'll be coming back to Japan?
Oh, I would love to. You're gonna pay for me?
I wish I could.
I would love to. If they're like in the future,
Yeah.
like 9 days we thought was gonna be a lot of time. It still probably is, but we're realizing as the days is going past, like, oh, if it could have been longer, it would have been nicer to like truly explore and get to like, do the different things here. So I'd love a second trip at some point.
Okay, and you?
I think I don't think I'm gonna be able to do everything that I want to do
Yes.
in these Sundays. So definitely, I'd definitely like to come back and explore more.
Do you have any advice for future tourists who are planning to come to Japan?
Well, I have one right off the bat.
I'll say the one thing that I've noticed so far is that because we have such a big group, a lot of places can't accommodate as much, so we have to split up a little bit. So just be aware of that. I think, like especially with the restaurants, smaller groups, you can get around a little bit easier.
Make sure to plan before you get here. We thought we had a plan, and I think we're still gonna have fun, of course. But while you're here, like, use your time to go and do, not to go and plan. And so, before like you're on the plane, like
Yes.
have a bit more of an itinerary time and enjoy your time while you're here. Would be my advice.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure to
Thank
meet
you.
you.
Pleasure to
Thank
meet
you.
as well.
Thank you.
Awesome.
All right.